The last-minute agreement reached by Turkey, Sweden and Finland to clear the way for the Nordic countries to join NATO has been interpreted as Ankara firmly aligning itself with the Western allies in the face of Russian aggression. In recent years, debate has raged over whether Turkey is drifting away from the West, fueled by incidents such as Ankara's acquisition of Russian missiles 3 years ago, and more recently its refusal to join sanctions against Russia for its involvement in the Ukraine conflict. Many saw Turkey's announcement in May that it would veto Sweden and Finland's NATO applications unless they met a series of demands as further proof of Ankara's reputation as a partner who was increasingly forging its own path within NATO. However, President Recep Tayyip Erdogan was feted as a loyal and supportive ally at NATO's Madrid summit last week after the agreement addressed Turkish concerns about the activities of groups it has designated as terrorists in the Nordic states, extradition of suspects, and lifting restrictions on arms sales to Turkey. And so joining us on the news is to discuss this is Omaar Oz-kizil-chick, a foreign policy and security analyst. Glad to have you join us, Omaar, on the news.
Thanks for having me.
So Turkey announced in May that it would veto Sweden and Finland's NATO applications unless they met a string of demands. So tell us, what exactly were those demands and have they been finalized?
So we have to say that Sweden and Finland wanted to join NATO in order to protect themselves against a threat. And NATO is not a golf club, it's a security defense alliance. And thus, any alliance member which will be attacked from outside can demand the anonymous support of any other state in NATO. So therefore, if it would come heart to heart, Turkey would have to send its soldiers to Sweden and Finland to protect them against any possible foreign attack. And in return, Turkey said that NATO demands solidarity. And so far, neither Sweden nor Finland have shown solidarity with Turkey in combating terrorism and eliminating terrorist threats towards Turkey. We know that Sweden and Finland have also designated the PKK as a terrorist entity, as a terrorist organization, but have cooperated with affiliates of the PKK, have supported PKK affiliates, and had such easy and harmless laws against terrorism that many people from the PKK networks took refuge in Sweden and Finland. So therefore, Turkey demanded clear action, a change of terrorism laws, an end of the Swedish and Finnish support to PKK affiliates in Syria, and a clear commitment to Turkey's security, as well as to end the arms embargo against Turkey. And so far, we see that Sweden and Finland have come to acceptance that their position was unreasonable and that they have changed their policies, that they have to bring new laws to accommodate Turkish security concerns. And by doing that, the Turkish side has opened the way for Sweden and Finland to join NATO.
Now, looking at Turkey's refusal to join sanctions on Russia over its war in Ukraine, does that actually put President Recep Tayyip Erdogan or describe him as a loyal and supportive ally of NATO?
So we have to see that Turkey has been combating against Russia in Syria. Turkey has prevented a Russian takeover of Trablus in Libya. Turkey has reduced Russian sphere of influence in Nagorno-Karabakh. And Turkey was, with the United Kingdom, the first country to support Ukraine with active and real military support. We know that many Ukrainians have gathered money to acquire new Turkish drones against Russia, and these Turkish drones have been immensely effective against the Russian military and provided Ukraine with a capacity and capability that they can use in the war against Russia. Why that being said, we also know that the past experience of Turkey confronting Russia is that Turkey always tries to maintain a balance of conflict and cooperation with Russia. Turkey knows that Russia is its neighbor and that Russia has a military might, and there is a complicated relationship between both sides. So therefore, Turkey did not join the sanctions against Russia, and but implemented the Montreux Agreement and cut off the naval supply line from the Black Sea to the Mediterranean for Russia, and actually prevented Russia to send new munitions, new weapons to the Black Sea and to attack the Ukrainian coast from the Black Sea, while not joining the sanctions. So this incredible line of diplomacy of Turkey enabled Turkey to mediate between Ukraine and Russia. And now Turkey is working on resolving the grain issue, which is of huge importance for the world's starvation, to prevent starvation across the globe, and to secure food for the entirety of humanity.
Okay, so Omaar, quickly, having said that, would you say that this particular backing of Turkey on Finland and Sweden will make or makes NATO stronger? Quickly, your take.
So we can clearly say that Sweden and Finland joining NATO will make the alliance stronger, and bigger harmony inside NATO will make NATO stronger against any possible threats. But in the end of the day, I have to clearly state that the war in Ukraine is of utmost importance, and there's not only the threat from Russia to the eastern flank of NATO, but also to the southern flank. Unfortunately, NATO's policymakers are quite ignoring this during these days. But in the coming period, we will see that Russia's expansion to NATO's southern flank will have its repercussions for NATO.
All right. Thank you so much, Omaar, for joining the discussion.